Guys, I am so excited about this episode. It took so long for me to get my friend here. We had to coordinate time, everything like that. I love this woman so much. Like, I love her. Like, this episode is going to be another like a girl chat. I'm so excited. I'm going to let her introduce herself because I will go on and on.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with this stuff. Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Hi.
I'm Ambrojah. Hey, y'all.
I love doing
so
this to you guys. Yes, I love it because everyone gets so shy because you're truly just humble also. Like, but yeah, and you're a shy person.
It's like, I'm weird because people who know me, they're probably going to watch this like, bitch, you ain't no fucking shy. Can I swear?
Yes. You
okay.
Can swear everybody. Yes. You can curse. Everything goes. Woo! You can curse. You can curse.
I know they're about to be like, you are not shy, but you know when something's like super formal and like structured, it's like,
right.
Hello, I'm Ambrojah.
I know. I know.
I'm Ambrojah, visual artist, Boston born and raised.
Okay.
Mother, entrepreneur.
Yes.
Lip combo queen.
Yes. Yes. Let them know. Let them know. So, Amber, I just love you. I know I like keep starting off with that, and you guys know how I get when it's like a girl chat,
and like when you're friends in real life.
When you're friends in real life, like I love doing episodes like this. Yeah. I do love all my other episodes, but it's just different when someone you've known each other since 18.
Literally, probably before
my first job. No, 18.
Was it 18? Okay,
it was I was working at Starbucks, and you were working at Fedex, right next door to each other. Yeah. Honestly, just two girls with a doll and a dream.
A dollar. And not even that sometimes.
A dollar and a dream. Like, it's different when you know each other before we were moms.
Yeah. I know.
That's why it's different.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yes. It's different. So, Amber, how do you want to tell the world about, like, where should we begin? Where should we start? You are so talented. You are a viral sensation. You're so humble. Like, what drives you? Like, what do you call yourself? You call yourself an artist, of course.
Yes, an artist.
But there's so many different type of artists now. Yes. Where it's like the traditional artist where it's like paint and brush. There's different ones. Can you break it down to the people which one that you do?
So
let's educate the people real quick.
Educate the people. So I would consider myself a visual artist. As we know, you can be like, and it's so funny because when people ask me that question, it's like, oh, so you rap? I'd be like, no.
There's other type of artist people out here.
Yeah. So I'm a visual artist, and I love to kind of keep it very, usually when I introduce it, I love to kind of keep it kind of broad because there's so much type of art that I create. There's also so much that I want to create. So I don't want to like kind of put myself in a box. So when I say artist, it just is like, I created a person. I create art. I'm a creator. I just create. Specifically, the mediums I use, I started off painting. Yeah. And then it just merged into graphic design, illustration. So I definitely love the fact that I'm able to do both. Yeah. And be like multifaceted in that way where I'm able to create using different type of mediums, but also I contribute a lot to other companies.
Yep,
I would say I don't want to get too crazy, but like, you know,
talk your shit.
There's been a lot of,
that's what I was gonna say. A lot
because I do a lot of I create a lot, and I put a lot of creative energy towards like other people's projects and other things. So it's like I'm like just a all around creative, all around artist. But those are my two, just to simplify it: paint and graphic design, illustration are my two mediums that I mainly use.
Okay, so what is your proudest work to date that you have done, and which was your most enjoyable job that someone came and was like, okay, can you paint this for me, or can you recreate this for me, or can you help make this come to alive, please?
You're good.
Of course.
Damn.
Come on now. Come on now. Before we get to the fun, I gotta get into the real. I gotta get into the business aspect.
So I would say I love this.
And don't be humble.
Stop it, Cindy. No, I would say even before I said that,
Yes.
I love and I appreciate anytime somebody reaches out to me, something as personal as like a painting of like a loved one that's passed away. I really take those things really personal, and I really like appreciate people trusting me with that. So I definitely don't have like a favorite or like something that was more important or more special to me. However, I did this project with Snipes about a year ago.
Yeah, I was there with Amelia. It was so much
you
fun.
Sure was. And that was like, for me, I really like, it was kind of one of those moments like, yeah, y'all gonna put some respect on my name.
Boom, if you didn't
it
before, boom.
It was definitely that moment.
Yeah.
They pretty much, the third party reached out to me. Like they were opening up a store, like a flat, like the main store in Boston, downtown. And they wanted somebody to kind of represent Boston, and like the way they presented it to me was like almost like a Boston hero, and we want you to kind of like take over. So at first, when I was like, you know me, I'm very like, okay, so what y'all want me to do? We're kind of playing it small,
yeah.
And so when I walked into the space and like saw what they did, it was like as soon as you walk there, it's like Snipes times Ambrojah.
No, it was
Ambrojah
huge.
by Snipes.
It was huge.
Damn.
I was like, I have to go support my girl.
It was so beautiful.
I was like, Amelia, let's go.
Okay. And I grew up there. I like, you know,
it's downtown Boston.
Downtown Boston.
All of us was in the corner mall.
Right. So like this huge presentation of this store,
it was
and
beautiful.
Like it was all of my work everywhere. I had like full creative control. They treated me. They handled me how I'm supposed to be handled.
Superstar.
You know what I'm saying? I got the treatment. They rolled it out for me. And those type of events, that specifically, and not necessarily, you know, the love and the praise that they gave me, and like the creative, you know, control they gave me, it also was really reflective of where I see my career going. And that moment kind of let me know that it was possible. Like certain things, I have this thing in my head where I kind of want to be like the secret weapon when it comes to creativity, where it's like if you know, you know. When you're in the industry and you need that little Pharrell touch,
you know
or that
who
little,
to call.
It's like, you know, it's not a mainstream.
Yes,
you know
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
need to be in the
but
face.
You know, it's like, damn, I'm about to have a rollout. I need the Ambrojah touch. And people in my city handle me like that. And so I want to be able to produce and, you know, get creative on like a bigger scale, and like Louis Vuitton, and they got the Ambrojah touch on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to. So that was like, oh, this kid, I ate this up. So that was one of my, I was super proud of that. Avery was there, and like
it was beautiful. I'm so happy I got to witness that, because I love to try to make it to my friend, like especially seeing where you started from at Fedex to where you are now. I'm going to give you your flowers. This is why you're here. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You really grinded it out.
Let me tell y'all something. The way
the kid.
I'm so happy you said that, because I started off, I was literally living with my mom at the kitchen table, Avery in my arms. Shout out to my baby. Avery's turning 10 this year, and she was like not walking, and I'm like painting. And I'm a righty, have to paint with my left hand because I'm breastfeeding. And so the fact that I've been able to really create this life for us, you know, figuratively and literally, it's really beautiful. So I'm proud of myself too. So I've received that.
Very,
thank you
very
for that.
proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Because artists, when people be like, "Oh, you paint," they'd be like, "How do you make money?
How do you do
this? How do you do that?" Where it's like, no, because which I also love of you, because you always kept a 9 to 5. I'm on my show. I still got a 9 to 5. I love to talk about that, because people don't understand, how are you supposed to support your dream if
it's very hard.
You have, you know, can you explain?
Yeah,
for
sure.
The other up and coming artists.
You know, so I did. At first, it was kind of like I was in, how do I say, like starving artist mode, in hustle mode. So I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm doing flyers. I'm doing shit that I don't even really want to do, but I'm just trying to like figure it out. And then I definitely tried, and I think I was pretty successful. I was successful I was just doing entrepreneurship and just doing it full time for, I wouldn't say like 2 years. I did it. But I realized that I'm not that great at like I don't know, like I like the structure of having a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Freelancing
it's like people
is
can
hard.
act like entrepreneurship
Freelancing is amazing.
Freelancing is just so easy, and we're waking up and getting coffee.
Oh my God, that's how you know we're not in our early 20s. Nope.
That don't work for me.
Nope.
I need to clock in, and then I'll paint around 7, around 9.
What's the new generation? That's Gen X. They're like, oh, it just happened.
It'll just la. No. I got rent, a light bill. My daughter likes lobster tails.
Right? No,
please.
for real. These kids are expensive nowadays.
Excuse me, it's really hard.
Yeah.
So it was really difficult for me to kind of navigate that. So I figured out that doing both, and I still consider myself a full-time artist because I be at work busting out and going to meetings and shit. So I personally love the balance of having both, just the structure of my 9 to 5, and that's a check that's guaranteed, because as an entrepreneur, I'm sure everybody knows, one day you're a millionaire, the next day you eat out the trash. It's fucking hard.
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah,
so I was
sure.
about to say, if you guys don't know, so in the meantime, when she's not helping another company, she actually curates her own events, paint and sips. It started off more, I feel like, the way I feel like it started off where it was like a full paint and sip. Now I feel like you sell, the last one I went to, of course, support it again. Support your friends.
Support us.
When you can. You know, life be happening.
Life
so no
does
pressure.
happen.
And of course, they still love you. I still love everyone, you know, even if you don't watch an episode or whatever. But when you can, you should support your friends. So I did go to your last event, and I feel like, oh, you're selling artwork now. You're doing this. You're doing that. From your first one, where it's like, I feel like you weren't selling artwork, or were you always selling artwork in all of your work?
I think it depends on the scope of
so
the
let's start
events.
from the beginning. How did you start your events, your personal events, your paint and sip?
Art-wise, I'll start there. When I started, I was pregnant with Avery. Avery's gonna be 10 this year. So about 10 years ago, I was working a job where I didn't have any service. So I couldn't like do much of anything. So I was reading a lot, and I was sketching and drawing. I started putting them on Twitter, the sketches and stuff, and they were going viral. People were DMing me like, oh, can you do a tattoo? And I'm like, a tattoo? What the fuck? Damn, like, y'all like this for real? So one day, a friend of mine, she asked me to do, shout out to Shantae, she asked me to do a painting. That was my first painting. And I literally Googled most expensive paints, best paints to use. I bought them shits, and I did the painting. I have not a paint and sip, but I had like a little game night at my house, and my friend comes over and she's like, oh, where'd you buy this? Because I was waiting for Shantae to pick up the paint. Right. So I'm looking at her like, why, you like it? She's like, where'd you get this? And so I'm like, I painted it. And she started crying. Oh. And that's when I knew I had something. That's how I was
with Sam.
Yeah.
You did something
that's how I
real.
knew that I had something I had to do like that. Those like emotions being invoked out of her. I was just like, damn. Okay, I gotta take this serious. And then I did. Shout out to Samaya. Yeah, I really was like so moved by like her reaction and like the love I received. So it took off from there. But as far as the events go, fun fact. I don't know if this is rude to say. I don't really care, but
no, it's okay.
I hate doing paint.
Everything goes. That's what I said. I literally said that. I'm like, your thing. Shit. I would not. That's why I said curating events, because I feel like your events have transformed into like an art gallery show.
You know, and I have
where
to
it's
do
not
that.
like a whole hour. I hate paint and sips too. So that's why when I went to your last event, I loved that it was different. You had a DJ.
Yeah.
The paint and sip was only for like an hour. You know? Like it was nice. It felt like, okay, the rest of it, we're walking around and looking at your art.
I had to really make it. So I feel like
you elevated it from having it at a hall and everyone's lined up at a table doing paint and sip.
It was just very, I think, I can't even remember like the first one I did, but I think somebody just kind of presented the idea to me like, oh, you should try paint and sips. And again, I'm in fight or flight, hustle mode, starving artist. Y'all, fuck it, we gonna do it.
We're doing it.
And so I did it, and I figured out, getting little tips, YouTube University, and whatever. And I figured out a way. And paint and sip, I don't want to say culture because it kind of takes away, because I love the community. I love the people who come. I love putting it on really just because of the interaction with the people who are there supporting me. However, it does kind of water down the process, and because I have to kind of like show you how to do this piece in this short amount of time, it almost to me makes the consumer think that it's this easy to do paintings and a big 40-inch painting that I have to do all these steps with. I have to simplify that process, and where I'm trying to go in my career, it doesn't necessarily align with the paint and sip thing. So what I had to do with that is kind of like to take the other things that I love and the other things that make me feel good and creative, like music, like, you know, drinks and food and the feel goods, and you know what I mean?
You like hosting too.
I love hosting, and I love that community. So that's something that I'm always just going to try to do, because another thing is, a lot of people can't afford to spend $500, $1,000 on a painting.
No, they can't.
Me in that way.
Yeah.
And I will never make anybody feel like, because you're not buying my paint, you're not, you know what I mean? So I definitely love to have an opportunity for people, moms and people who work 9 to 5 just like me, who want to come and support and also want to come and have an experience. Overall, outside of just being an artist, I'm also such a woman.
You are.
A woman's woman. I'm a mom. And I appreciate and I love
like
those
me,
moments.
I love her.
You know, like I love being able to, like, people will come to me and like, I really needed this. I'm so stressed and I had such a good time. And that really feeds me so much. So it's like I'm always just going to host some type of paint and sip-esque event or something, because that is like really like such a huge aspect to me. It's not necessarily
it was at
just
Bully Distillery.
See, stuff like that where I'm able to kind of elevate the space. Like, that doesn't really feel like a paint and sip to me. Like, it wasn't. But it's more than
that's
that.
What you hear me saying it. That's why I was like, I don't want to call it a paint and sip.
Know, it's like,
that's
it's
why
really
I
like
said
an
you
experience.
be doing curating these events experience. I felt like I was at an art show, an art gallery. That's what it felt like, but not a stiff one.
Yes,
because we know they be stiff,
very stiff. And I think that
so I love how you brought the black aspect to it,
and really just like
at a white place establishment, which was amazing.
And I just love, like, I'm such very tourist-esque.
And
I love details. I love like the just
it was very beautiful
and stuff like that. Thank you so much. And it's really fun to me. So I think that me also being a consumer, I know what I like as a consumer. I've been to paint and sips, and so you start off with the red paint. It's very kind of dry and like not really fun, but I really have created a space where, I don't know, people can just come and feel comfortable and create and just like vibe out. And sometimes people don't want to be at the fucking club. I know I don't. So I was just gonna say, it's so crazy. I love like sitting down talking to my friends that have grown so much, because we literally used to be at the clubs. We used to be at the club, the cookout, the parties, the afters, everything like that. Of course, it's fun to indulge nowadays, but what was that moment in your life where you were like, okay, I just gotta reevaluate some things, some people, how was it for you, that adjustment? Because we all went through it. I really think with just like age and experience, I'm very spiritual, and I think I have very good discernment. And if something doesn't feel right in my body, I'll either, you know what I mean?
Which one are you? Both. As a Taurus, a bull.
Yes.
Both as hell, honestly.
Okay. So I think that just paying attention to how certain things made me feel, how certain environments made me feel, how certain people made me feel, and, you know, just adjusting to that. And also, everything isn't so black and white. It's not like you either go into the club, standing on tables in VIP sections, or you're in the house doing nothing. No. I go to art museums with my friends. I travel. We can go out to eat.
Exactly.
We live in Boston. We're not going to act like Boston is such a whack ass city.
Not anymore. There's too many options now.
I have game nights in my house. I love hosting. Actually, so my friends will come over. We'll have little, girls' nights and stuff like that. So there's definitely different ways. But and if y'all see me there, I probably got paid to be there. Sometimes. But with that being said, though, because I work with so many people, I
Yes.
do like to support. And so you definitely might see me at a brunch.
No, because I was
trying to
just
be
going to
supportive,
say,
'cause I work
exactly,
with these-
because you also love to go
and
out
it's like
too.
I
It's
do
the same thing
the
like
flyers,
me.
and a lot of people will like literally like.
It's good to support other fellow creatives too,
and
because
so,
it brings
show love.
business and show love and be genuine about it.
And money has to move for you to get money. It has to move. You have to.
Yes.
You have to.
That's
you
a
have
good
to move
one.
it around.
That's
so
a good one.
If I see
Facts.
somebody, whether it's a T-shirt,
That's
whether
good.
it's supporting your small business, whether it's supporting your event, I'm investing money, and the money's gonna come back to me tenfold.
I know
you know what I'm saying? It has
that's
to move around if you want to make it.
I know that's right. So, Amber.
Yes. Go ahead. Why I feel like you're about to ask me some shit.
I am. We talked all this. Like,
I know.
Oh my gosh! Like blah blah blah.
Yes.
So let's
Come
get
on.
into some fun stuff.
Get into the fun.
So, I think a little birdie told me you have a special person in your life. You could correct me if I'm wrong.
Who told you that? God? That's my special man. That's my man. 100 man great.
So while all of these successes are happening, do you have a special person with you?
Absolutely not. I'm so single. I'm too single.
Why are you so single? We are so single. We're both so
Very
single. We've been
single.
single for years.
I've literally been single for years.
I've been single for years.
Yes, same. I think with me, I'm getting older.
I think I'm ready for a man, though.
Interestingly enough,
I think I'm ready.
I like that.
And you're
we'll
not?
talk. No. And let me tell you why.
Please. Because you were the lover girl.
I am a very I'm
you
such
were
a lover
the one
girl.
that I was like a few years back. I'm in a man. What happened?
You know what it is?
Yes.
What a lot of women do. I'll speak for myself.
Yes.
My red flag for me is that I'll give somebody wifey treatment when they just my hoe for real.
Yeah.
They just my little thing for real.
Yep,
so the type
happens.
of woman I am naturally, if I'm dealing with somebody,
I'm just a mother. I want to take care of you.
I'm oiled up. I'm smelling good. I done cooked. So you need something. The vibes and candles lit. It's just natural for me. So that's where I be messing up at. Okay? And I know y'all gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. I see y'all. Y'all see me.
Right there.
However, and when it comes to me being ready to be in a relationship, I love. And I do see myself. I want to be somebody's ancestors one day. I'm trying to have a soulmate. I'm trying to have some more kids. However, with me, I would say the past like 6 months to a year has been very, very, very healing for me.
Okay.
And I think that I really learned how to be a friend to myself.
Oh, yes.
And really lock in with myself and God.
Yeah.
And now that I'm in this space and like I'm so free of so much, I have to enjoy it for a second.
Yes, you do.
I have to sit in this for a second. I have
That's
to
true.
learn this for a second.
That's true.
And I also want to make sure that I'm 32. I'm gonna be 33 this year.
Yep.
When I get a relationship, I ain't playing no games.
All my girls say that.
I'm not playing no games.
All my girls, when the guy,
so I want to be ready, and I want him to be ready for me, and that takes time. And I'm totally
you want
okay
both
with that.
of y'all to be healed.
You know,
not perfect, but just healed
and ready.
Yeah,
you know, and I understand that commitment, and that's not something that I rush.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very, very single. Of course, we're young, and we're gonna have our little fun.
So if someone signs my DM and be like, are you open to dating?
Oh, for sure. I go on dates,
good.
and I have
good. Because how sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I'm single. I'm not even open to dating. I don't even want to look at a man right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I go out on dates.
Okay.
So if y'all see me out at Ocean Prime, mind your business.
Okay. I just have to let the people know because this is a good woman right here, Savannah.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. 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 So when will be your next event?
Okay, so
I let the people know
what I can.
I want everyone to experience what I experienced a few months back.
Oh, okay. So I don't have my own event. I'm still working out the kinks of the date. So whenever that is, I will send you a personal invitations. But what I can announce,
yes,
I'm sure you know DJ Ro P.
Yes,
the homie. He has Silk R&B parties. He's bringing Silk to the MFA.
Yes, I saw
March
that.
28th.
Yep.
Make sure y'all pull up.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy. So I'm gonna have a little portion of that. So I have a little
section.
a little section of
Yes,
that.
I love
so
that.
I'm really excited about that. We just dropped the flyer. We just dropped the save the date, and that even went crazy. People were like,
no,
"Oh my God,
the flyer was amazing.
The flyer was so fire."
Your touch, you just know when Ambrosia either
Everybody
inspired
says
that
and I
person.
love that.
If it's not you, you inspired that person. I'm saying it right here. Period. Okay? You know everything goes. I gotta talk my shit. I said it. Okay? I said it. Cinderella said it. You know the DMs are open, and you know you got a problem. Let's talk about it. Let's open up the conversation because there's proof. I really do feel like you have inspired so many people with your aesthetics, with your style. That's why I was like, I need you to come on here and actually explain it.
Yes.
You know? And it wasn't like, oh, people always be like, oh, I feel like you have to go to art school to be an artist or blah, blah,
Fun
blah.
fact,
You are self-made.
I'm completely self-taught.
Okay?
I didn't go to school for this.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm completely self-taught. Yeah. And I love that. I always used to question like, damn, should I go back to school for it? But I will say to people who are creatives or artists or interested in, you know, the technical part of like learning how to draw or paint, or you know, if you're drawing a figure, things like that, there's so many different resources to learn those things. But really what people paying for is the creativity. It's the creativity, and tapping into that, getting to know yourself, being open to receive and give and take, and really tap into that creativity. That is what gets you the bag. It's not necessarily always, well, I can speak from artist point of view. Yes, we love you need to know what you're doing, but that can be taught. You can maneuver through that. But the creativity part is really the part for me that I nurture more than anything. I'm going to make sure that it's good and it holds up well and that the quality is great, but it's the creativity part. And getting that creativity for me is really experiencing life, experiencing people, being vulnerable with, you know, certain things that I go through. I put a lot of my shit into my art.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You do. I love your page.
Thank you.
So honest.
Thank you. It really
so
is
open.
Honest.
And I love how with every art that you post, you write a real caption
because
of what inspired you, what motivated you, what got you to that point to put that art out there. I love that. Yeah. Because people don't do that a lot. And we need it.
We do need it, and we want to be seen, and we want to be heard. We're humans. People will tell you that they don't need that, you know, validation or, you know, want to be seen in certain ways. Everybody wants to feel seen. Everybody wants to feel like somebody, whether it's one person or a million, understands their journey, understands their struggle. And I feel like, you know, being vulnerable and like putting that shit out there for the world to see, like, look, I go through this too. I'm just like you. Like, I have such an appreciation for that with other creatives that I follow and look up to. So I want to be able to, you know, push that forward and give people the space and the confidence to, you know, just be. And
you have a cult following, so
you're doing it. I need like a little name for
you need to figure out a name, girl. You need to figure out a name. So before I wrap this up, girl, do you have anything you want to say to the people? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Any like word of encouragement? Any like inspiration? Anything?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'll answer the 5 years. I see myself being just a higher, more enlightened version of me, and that's naturally going to create and produce amazing art. So I'm going to be creating, producing, where and what that looks like, I don't know. That's God's plan, but that's, you know, where I'm at with it. And I would say I would love to just end this off by encouraging people and telling people that you can have whatever the fuck you want.
Period. Don't let no one stop you.
You can have whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I think that as humans, we're so attached to everything. We're attached to people. We're attached to things. We're attached to validation. We're attached to our thoughts. Once you detach, you will get everything. When you get to a place where you don't need nothing, you will receive everything. Lock in with yourself, lock in with God, everything will literally become like a garden. That's really like what happened to me. I felt like I was in a place where I lost so much, and I was just like, why is this happening to me? It wasn't that God was trying to punish me or that he was really trying to detach me from so much. And it literally was like an overflow of abundance and an overflow of like love and light that like went through my life, and I was just like, oh,
That's
what you was trying to do. So don't take things too personal. The journey is the journey. We don't have control of it. Once you release that control and you really surrender, you can really
excel,
have everything that you want.
You have a glow, and I love to see it. You deserve
thank you so much.
I've seen you gone through so much, and I'm so proud of who you are and who you're becoming. You're perfect to me.
I love you. That was so beautiful. I received that so much. Thank you.
I love her. All right, girl.
All right.
We're done. We'll wrap this up. We're going to do this again.
Yes.
This was fun. This was
so
fun.
This was a good episode.
Another episode of Everything Goes. Guys, tune in to my girl, Ambrojah. I love her. The most talented artist in Boston. Okay? Period.
Cindy,
love you, baby. Cheers.
Yeah, my everything.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And we're done.
Woo!